say you will. I'm in love with you, alright. Okay, you will. Baby, what can I do if you wanna do it my way? With everything you do or say.
Hello everyone, how are you all?
Good, thank you.
First thing, welcome. We did that welcome thing earlier with the champagne, I think, didn't we? So thank you to everyone who has supported in creating the evening. But you are here to celebrate 10 years of me doing this. Don't know quite how that happened. So we're going to do a very quick run through of the last 10 years so that everyone is aware of what's happened in the last 10 years, and also a thank you because everyone in this room has been involved in one way or another in the last 10 years, and I'd like to just reflect on it. So 2009, I founded SOS. The business was originally called Sales Outsourcing Specialists. For those of you who don't know, when I was breastfeeding that small child that's been running around feeding you canopies today, I suddenly decided I was going to quit the corporate world and set up in business on my own. Not a great choice to make when you're super hormonal, but I did it anyway. So I quit my job in a big PLC and started a business on my own, and at the time my only hope was that I would make some money. 10 years later I have a business with staff, and that's always astonishing to me, but I founded the business 4 days after Emmy's birthday. She keeps asking if I'm going to give her the business for her 18th birthday. I keep reminding her she's going to get a slightly smaller gift than that. So then, in 2010, I employed my first member of staff. I used the internship program, and I took on an intern who was supposed to be working for 16 hours a week, ended up working about 80, and helped me build my business. And some of the people in the room will have met Robin, and he worked with me for 5.5 years after that day. In 2010, I also recruited 18 other members of staff, and that's how we built the first phase of Elation. Then in 2013, one of my branding consultants told me that SOS was a bloody stupid name for a business. It might have been right. And I listened to him, and we rebranded to Elation. And the reason that we chose Elation was because we did a customer survey in 2013, and we asked everybody who had been a client of ours at that point in time to give us one word that described their experience of working with us. And of those 100 plus people that we asked, 27 of them said elated. And we thought, what better name? Let's call our name Elation, because what we want to do is make growing your business something that brings you happiness and brings you joy. So we built Elation in 2013. What happened next? In 2014, we did our first 3 pillars assessment, and that was a massively important landmark for the business, because the intention behind Elation is to find a robust and really solid way of creating a powerful business. And the 3 pillars assessment was about providing a toolkit for businesses to enable them to grow really effectively. And we did that by analysing the 3 fundamental areas of a business: activities, process and management, and helping people understand how to be more powerful. And this was the first time that we defined a really measurable way of building sales success. So 2014 is one of my favourite years. What happened next? Then I wrote an ebook. I was forced to do this, didn't really want to do it. My head of marketing at the time told me you're not allowed to have good ideas unless you write them down. Marketeers, who'd have them? So I wrote an ebook, and the idea behind the ebook was that regardless of the size of your business, the budget in your business, the resources that you had available, you would be able to access the 3 pillars and you would be able to create a more powerful business. So I wrote that. Lots of people download it. I doubt anyone ever reads it. 2016, the first platinum and gold programs, and actually one of the clients who joined the first platinum program was meant to be here today with some of his team, but he's stuck on the M4 as we speak. The first platinum program was the first time that we did a year-long development program with a business to help them really see how they could grow their organisation. We've done over 27 year-long programs so far since that point in time. A lot of investment from us and our clients, and universally people see growth, so we've invested in these platinum and gold programs. What happened next? My first planning trip. This is very exciting. So every 90 days I go away to somewhere very hot and very exotic to spend 4 days planning my business. And I did that on my own for a number of years to create a 90-day plan for growth, and it was absolutely instrumental in making my business more effective. It's nice to have sunshine and wine, but it's also nice to have dedicated time to work on your business. And in 2016, when I went away to do my first overseas dedicated planning trip, that was the catalyst. Hi, Monique. That was the catalyst to our business tripling its turnover. I spent 4 days working on my business, not in it, and was able to grow my business significantly from that point. And there's a reason why we're sharing that with you. The next thing that happened was we won an award. I still talk about this award. It feels like yesterday. It was clearly 2 years ago. But the Growth Framework, which is the program that we use to help businesses develop their own sales, won the Best Sales Innovation Award 2017, and this is a European-wide award. We were assessed and analysed by a panel of senior salespeople from across the UK and Europe. As a result of this, I was invited to speak in Croatia about how we grow businesses, and the Growth Framework is still currently considered to be Europe's most effective business growth tool, which is why I talk about it such a lot. Very proud moment. And in 2017, we created our first Mastermind Course. So when we won the award, one of the members of the judging panel said, it's all well and good that you have this amazing growth framework. It's all well and good that you have the tools to share with businesses, but how do you make that scalable? How do you make it so that businesses throughout the UK can access this? There's only one of you. So we set up a program where we train individual business owners and sales professionals on how to apply the growth framework to their own business. And there are people in this room who've been through that program and people in this room who will go through that program. It's the only way at the moment that you can become a licensed practitioner in what is currently Europe's most effective business growth tool. So you probably all want to do that. Then in 2017, we rebranded the 3 pillars to the Growth Academy. We used a branding agency who helped us work on this language, because what we want is for what Elation do to be about giving you the tools to grow a business, no matter what shape or size, to teach you to craft a sales operation that's powerful and brings real results. 2018, we brought on board our first associate. So we now have an associate program where people like the lovely Emma, babe. There are 4 associates in the UK now who are qualified and trained to deliver the same programs that I deliver and can work with you to implement the growth framework in their businesses. This is quite emotional for me, it's quite a big journey. And then 2018, I was nominated for Female Entrepreneur of the Year. I didn't win it because I didn't turn up for the awards ceremony. I got told off for that. Apparently you have to be there to get the award. It's not like the Oscars where someone else can give this acceptance speech for you. Bit rude. But the Female Entrepreneur of the Year UK got 729 applicants last year, and I made it to the final 7. Not because of anything other than the feedback that I got from my clients and the feedback that people give about how successfully their businesses grow as a result of working with us. And I would love there to be a world in which there doesn't need to be a female there, and it could just be Entrepreneur of the Year, but I was delighted anyway. 2019 was a big year. I talked about me going away and working on my business. At the beginning of this year, in February, I did my first collaborative weekender. I went to Paphos for a weekend with other high-growth, ambitious business people, and we spent 4 days in a planning environment working on each other's businesses, and we had an incredibly powerful weekend. So we launched a product at the beginning of April called the Growth Weekender, which happens every 90 days. We book a very beautiful villa somewhere in Europe, and we take 8 business people away on that weekend to work on their business, to plan their business growth, and to relax, look after themselves and invest in themselves personally and professionally. Our next one is here in June in Croatia. And we will be working on 8 different independent businesses and helping them grow their organisation. We've got a new product launch, which is going to happen in a very short amount of time with the help of the lovely Emma, which is the next step on our growth model here in the UK. And here are some stats. So over the last 10 years, we have discovered that we have worked with 416 businesses to grow their organisations. We've got 4 associates. I've recruited 29 members of staff. I've moved to 4 offices. I hope you'll all agree this is by far the best of all of those offices. We've had 27 people who've graduated from our Growth Academy, so there are now 27 licensed practitioners of the Growth Framework in the UK. And we've had 1 Growth Weekender with the intention of having many, many more, because I'd far rather do business by the beach than anywhere else in the world. So in a minute, Emma and I are going to talk to you about the latest product that we're launching. But before we do that, we're all here to network, aren't we? So we want you to do one very small thing for us. I want you to find somebody in the room you've never met before, and I want you to ask them, how do they know about Elation? Have a little chat with them, and then we'll be back to you in just a couple of minutes. Go. And don't ask the small one in the lip print, because the answer's obvious.